And nigga, be real to yourself before you real with anybody else. Gang, what's the deal, man? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Bryannita, boy. We back cracking. Hey, but listen, man, y'all, I know everybody all over the place with this Nipsey Hussle sector. Listen, homie, I'm gonna need everybody to do their big one. I need everybody to put on a street operator, you know what I'm saying, glasses. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come up in the streets, you know what I'm saying, you got to go through wars and go through shootouts, drive-bys, betrayal, deceit, deception. You got to put on your street operator glasses. You see what I'm saying? We don't call them gang bangers no more in 2024. They are called street operators. You operate in the streets on a higher level, because when you look at the perspective of a gang banger, homie, it's like a cliche. Everybody just don't gang bang. It's gang bangers that get money. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't just call Nip just a gang banger. That was somebody who was prolific. That he had tenacity. That was somebody who knew how to get it up out the mud. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, listen, you know what real people do? Don't bother real ones. Real ones, they pleasant, they polite, they calm. You got to understand, homie, when you dealing with a real one, a real person will politely tell you, hey, gone with that, homie. Or if you over here hating about somebody, he gonna walk away, because he know if you hating about a person that's not there, when he's not there, you go hate on him too. You see what I'm saying? Don't hang around no hater, because the hater end up hating on you. You got to understand this game, homie. Life is not about the physical form. It's about 60% mental, 40% physical. So with that being said, a lot of gangsters in the streets get done the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to realize, coming up in the streets and being a street operator, homie, you're going to go through things that you going to see that's betrayed by your own homies. You got to realize, I looked at a tweet that Nipsey Hussle stated on Twitter, and he said, don't y'all ask for no handouts. Keep that same energy. When both the facts died, man, he was heartbroken. You see what I'm saying? And the same people that wanted stuff from him couldn't be there for him during his time of both the facts demise. You see what I'm saying? Nipsey didn't have it easy, homie. I think y'all looking at Nipsey as just, y'all see the rapper, but just imagine the politics that he had to go through. You see what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle by what, 100 pounds wet? You see what I'm saying? Surrounded around nothing but gangsters in this concrete jungle, homie. And look, he accepted protocol. You see what I'm saying? When you ain't no buster, win or lose, you go get out there, and even you got to get your issue. You see what I'm saying? Get handed to you. You go get it handed to you, because it's about the principle of getting down when you get mad at, homie. You got to realize Nipsey Hussle was somebody who was, think about it. You understand what Nipsey went through over there? Nipsey had to put on a poker face, bro. You see what I'm saying? He couldn't just do business in his neighborhood because he from there, nigga. He still had to answer to people. And I know y'all one person want to put it on one person, but you got to understand, homie. I don't know if a lot of y'all street operators are real gang bangers or members, but when you coming up in the streets, homie, and you're reaching a level of success, and all of these people is watching you reach this level of success. All right, damn, he traveling to countries and doing big videos, shopping, and got the baddest murder mommy on your arm. Oh, that nigga got some money over there. Nigga got a t-shirt in the hood. Why is he the only one making money and ain't looking out for everybody? Not, you heard what I said, everybody. See, in the streets, homie, he might be looking out for some of the riders, the supporters, and some of the real people that supported him. But it's always gonna be that crew that's sitting on the side, like, nigga, I'll take that from that nigga, man. You see what I'm saying? I'll take that, nigga. So what, nigga? He ain't looking out for me, bro. I'll take that from him. You see what I'm saying? It's so many people, homie, that wanted to see him fail. A lot of people say Nipsey Hussle was like a god. Okay, cool. It's in the Bible how people, it's in the Bible of what he accomplished and what he achieved. Okay, cool. We can identify that. But let's be clear. Jesus had haters too. You see what I'm saying? Jesus was stoned. You see what I'm saying? So what will make y'all think so blindly that only one person had hate for Nipsey Hussle? It ain't adding up. So let's get into this reaction, man. We got to go back down memory lane. It's some key points that some of y'all missed going down this rabbit hole. And like I said, man, hey, this Nipsey Hussle sector, man, it's not about pointing the finger. We want to know who else was involved, and nigga, because we all don't believe that somebody who had certain mental issues, somebody who was not criminally educated to go pull off one of the greatest, not even say greatest, one of the biggest assassinations of that decade, homie. You see what I'm saying? That was an assassination of a big decade, homie. Like I said, man, it's just a sector, homie. This is like how niggas be politicking in jail. Like, what your case is? That's all this is, man. This is some 1-2 for the 1-2, man. Big shout out to Black Sam, man, and everything he got going on over there, man. As I keep looking down that lane, let me tell y'all something about love and respect and loyalty, homie. Hold on, let me get this. It's some weirdos in here, man. People, everybody in here probably been in love or had love in their life once upon a time. That same person who said they loved you and you was gonna be there forever, where they at now? They not in your life no more. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all probably still think about the people who swore that they love y'all and lied and betrayed your trust. Listen, how many people go to Nipsey Hussle's stone to the mortuary and go visit Nip? Not too many people go visit him, homie. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, as y'all see this Nipsey Hussle sector get bigger and everybody talking about it, everybody want to say, oh, I got love for Nip. I don't see his big homie going to his mortuary and standing over there, sitting there recording himself, bro. I just want to let you know I'm still here. I love you. I'm on my own. I don't see a lot of people going to his mortuary, homie. So when people put out this love and all this high power love and stuff, bro, why you ain't at the mortuary? Why you ain't going to pulling up to his mama house, dropping off gifts for his kids? Ain't nobody doing that, bro. You see what I'm saying? Hey, love will fade away, bro. Love fade away. And a lot of people, man, I think they want people to not talk about him. They don't want his name to live long. I don't think people even really had it in their heart of having genuine love. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody that's talking about Nip, man, we giving him his flowers while he dead as well. We did when he was alive, homie. For anybody to go against that, man, I can't respect that. I think with what we talk about, man, he was betrayed by some people that he didn't trust it. You see what I'm saying? And there's some suckers that's sitting back, probably in the comment sections, man, why y'all talking about him, man? Let him rest. He could rest. He's resting right now. He did his job on this earth. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all is sitting back and not even realizing, homie, if Nipsey Hussle could get knocked down by a sucker that he trusted, what make you think you can't either? So with that being said, man, let's get into this reaction. It's some key points, man, that people want to look at and want to see. Like, wait a minute, I didn't know all this happened. So with that being said, let's get into it, man. Shout out to Hip Hop Classics Daily, man. Let's go. And 5.
What's going on, YouTube? Come back at you another video. Okay, so this is interesting. I did some digging. I found this. This is, or what appears to be, and it's been reported as, Eric Holder, who is the alleged killer of Nipsey Hussle. This is his actual Instagram account, right? And all the posts have been removed. It looks like his sister is the one running it, or at least that's what the page says. There's one thing on here. I'm gonna show you a couple of these posts. I'm not gonna really get in deep into it because there's a lot of threats and things of that nature in the comments, and I don't want to get flagged. But she's reacting to this bill, $7 million, that means 700,000. Free my brother, he innocent. The government framing him. So
they gave him a bail, man. Y'all didn't even know they gave Shitty Cuz a bail. They caught on camera, and he still got a bail. Of course, he wasn't gonna come up with the money. You know what I'm saying? That's $7 million. Well, you ain't go $7 million. I don't know if you're paying what 85%, 10% of that. I don't know, 10% of that, whatever. He was never gonna come up with that money, but just the fact that he got that bail is freaking crazy, homie. Just imagine if he had that bail. He would have been out on the streets this whole time, knowing he got caught on camera for, doing what he did to Nip, man. The game is so cold, man. But I want y'all to pay attention how people still had that idea. And this is not far-fetched to say that the government could have possibly sent him in. This was too well organized, too orchestrated. You see what I'm saying? Premeditated. You see what I'm saying? He hesitated the first time, double back, got his gangster, and executed his situation, homie. I really feel that Black Sam, you got to realize Black Sam is not from 6-0, homie. You see what I'm saying? Black Sam really felt like somebody sent that boy over there. I think it's possible. I think somebody even had Black Sam chill at the weed spot overnight while, you know what I'm saying, keep him distracted. They wanted Black Sam distracted because he already know this is like chess. Black Sam is going to protect the king, even if he has to move around the chessboard. Somebody put Black Sam in that smoke shop to work overnight so somebody could go carry on that mission. And that's what Black Sam is thinking in his head. He's replaying it 6 years later. He still know without a doubt, like this was not somebody who was high, bro. This dude barely could read or write. Yeah, he a shooter. But yeah, this ain't somebody that could pull off one of the greatest assassinations of this generation. Come on, did it in broad daylight knowing? Come on, bro. Like, you ain't going to the car, eat your food. This is my last meal. Man, go get it, man. Go do my stuff. No, man, that ain't how it went down, homie. So, yeah, man, I want y'all to pay attention to the detail, man. It's way bigger than that. A lot of y'all, people are going to try to tell you, oh, that's it. That's all. All right, well, let the content speak for itself. Let's get it.
What appears to be a family member connected to him, they're saying he's innocent. Obviously they're going to say something like that. Free my big brother, he innocent. This is the post that I think is the most interesting on this page, and I want to discuss it a little bit. So there was some news being put out by multiple different YouTubers, basically, that Shitty Cuz's family, people had been retaliated against and ultimately killed in retaliation for this homicide, right? I couldn't find anything on mainstream media to verify this. I even went as far as looking in the Los Angeles area for all the homicides that have happened and tried to make connections. There was no connections I was able to make in doing that. So I kind of just took it as rumor, because actually the first place where I had seen the news come out about potential retaliation and somebody being killed was on Media Takeout. And no disrespect to Media Takeout, but for me, that's not a valid source of info. You don't go off of a Media Takeout story. So I didn't run with it. I sat on the story. Now it's looking like again, this is all alleged. I don't know that this is actually his sister. This is, though, the account that the media has put out as being his actual Instagram account. So I'm assuming it is his sister, but again, just disclaimer, I'm not exactly sure. They're saying y'all killed innocent family member because y'all think Shitty did it. That's fucked up. So they're reacting to the retaliation against a family member. So now it's looking more and more like there was actual retaliation and somebody was killed in revenge for this Nipsey Hussle killing.
All right, let me go on and say, hey, that's not. Hey, look, when it comes to stuff like that, that is hearsay, that is rumors. We don't, a lot of, outlets want to project that type of story, bro. Ain't nobody died behind Eric Holder, bro. Ain't nobody died. Let me just say that. I know a lot of people, put out the content. I don't believe nobody died behind that, but Let's be clear, man. A lot of rumors went out, homie. A lot of rumors went out saying that, you know, Sheikah's family got killed behind that. I know a lot of y'all heard those rumors too. It ain't no, come on, bro. And besides, you know, I know his family thinking he's an innocent man. He was framed. I don't believe that. I think even if somebody sent you up to it though, right? You was a crash dummy. You was a crash dummy. You see what I'm saying? You don't get no praise for crashing out, killing somebody of that altitude. That was the biggest of all time. Y'all got to realize Nipsey Hussle had some big boy money over there. Nipsey Hussle was somebody, homie, who had a smart store before a smart store was even a smart store. He had smart tags that was connected his music to his clothing brand. That was unprecedented at the time. You got to realize that Nipsey Hussle created multiple threats inside a concrete jungle. Think about it. Everybody around you is not excelling, but you're the only one who got this multi-million-dollar plaza. You got 5, 6, 7 stores on one plaza, one spot. You see what I'm saying? And this was a spot where everybody could hang out at. You see what I'm saying? Now it's a place of business. Everybody can't come over there no more. Now you got to respect the program. You see what I'm saying? Hey, last time he checked, nigga, respect them chains on his neck, nigga. That was a symbol of success. Just imagine being the only one at the top and everybody is, you got to look down at everybody. You can't tell me without a doubt that you're not going to create enemies. Friends turn to foe. Betrayal comes from the people that you know. You understand what I'm saying? So this leads us to think, okay, Bryannita did a testimony. Street TV, Alex Alonzo has the trial transcripts. We finna double back and look at that, because now when we look at that, we gotta understand that Bryannita, you know, she got immunity. She will never be tried for this case. So when you want to talk about Bryannita, I'm somebody who do my research. There's no way they were going to open up this case. The Nipsey Hussle Eric Holder case costed the city millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. For people to have an idea, a scenario, a theory is not probable cause to open up a case. Now you get some people saying, "Oh man, oh wait, he said that could potentially open up a case." If you were smart enough to know that they exonerated so much resources from phone calls, phone taps, look, dude, it costs too much to open up a case from 6 years ago. They're not going to use taxpayers' money to open up a case because somebody like, oh, I think, oh boy, probably watched it on the side. That ain't how the game go, bro. You see what I'm saying? We don't wish nobody get incarcerated. The case is over, it's done. But you know what I'm saying? It is, if it's a sucker out there that's, you know what I'm saying, that's sagging around these internet streets, homie, yeah, nigga. Yeah, you getting on blast mode, nigga. Yeah, get up off this internet. The internet is undefeated. We gonna run you up out of here. That's what we gonna do. But going forward, homie, you better pay attention to this, because the game is so vicious. Because the closest person to you will do you. Stab you in your back and acting like he never knew you. You gotta understand. You dealing with betrayal. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with so much stuff where some of these dudes, if the government was involved with this, and sent somebody on a crash dummy mission, it's like in too deep. You not no cop, Jay Reed. You not no cop. You understand what I'm saying? Like Rico did Money Mitch. Hey, I got $300,000 in this bag right here. You see what I'm saying? Money Mitch like I gotta get my brother. It's $300,000 in this bag right here. And Rico like, $300,000 in this bag? Give it up. You know what I'm saying? And not damn. That's how it will go. Make no doubt about it. This betrayal always come from the person that you know. See, when you look at this game, homie, it's not the stab in the back. It's when you turn around and you find out the person who stabbed you in your back. That's the part who hurts the most. You got to realize a lot of people, man, have their opinions about this. And I'm always on here. You can't pick and choose. If you pick and choose, then you're not a real one, nigga. You go for one, go for them all. And the internet is undefeated, man. But let's be honest. it was always something funny about Bryannita to me. For some reason, Bryannita was somebody who was able to say certain things, and it just blows my head. When you look at the P&B Rock case, old girl that was driving, that was involved with the P&B Rock murder, she went to prison. You see what I'm saying? Without a doubt. She had the same alibi story. I didn't know this was going to happen. And she went to jail. But Bryannita, she ended up beating that situation. So let's get up out of here. Shout out to Hip Hop Classic. And we finna get into it, man. Shout out to Alex Alonso, man. He always got the transcripts on deck. This is just a reaction. You know, I already verified with him previous times that, you know, it's cool to do his, you know, use his content. So we good, man. Let's go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
About 2008 to 2018. And then after that, she moved to Long Beach. John McKinney asked her, "Are you a gang member?" And she replied, "No." "Do you associate with gang members?" She said, "No." And "How familiar are you with LA?" And she said she used to live in LA by the Magic Johnson Theater on Martin Luther King Boulevard, which is in the area of Crenshaw and King. And she said, and he asked her, "How old were you when you lived in that area in LA?" And she said she was in her 20s. Maybe she was 24 years old at that time. She was asked if she had any siblings, and she said no, she's an only child. And that she had lived with her mom in LA, Bellflower, and Long Beach. So basically, but at the time of the incident in 2019, she had just found a new place in Long Beach and was getting ready to move in there. So basically, she has been living with her mom all the way up until she was 35. She was 35 when she testified in court just recently. So in 2019, she would have been 32. So she's been living with her mom most of her life, and she had just found an apartment at that time in 2019. She was asked, "Do you know the defendant?" And she said yes. And they asked her by what name. She said Eric. And how did you meet Eric? And she said she had picked him up at Seal Beach during a lift and dropped him off in Long Beach. That was on February 25th, 2019. "Did you have a conversation with Eric?" She said yes. "We talked, exchanged information. I gave him my phone number." "During the ride, did you want to see him again?" And she said yes. "When you were dropping him off, did you recognize the area in Long Beach?" "Yes, it was right next to the area I was about to move to." So that's an interesting coincidence. Right where she was getting her new apartment was pretty much the same area where Eric Holder lived in Long Beach. So you can imagine they probably hit it off. "Did you start a friendship with him?" "Yes." How would you describe how he was towards you in the relationship?" She described it like a homeboy. "What is a homeboy?" "Well, we were just hanging out. We had no title, just trying to get to know each other." "Was it a dating relationship?" She said no. Then she was asked, "What's the difference between a dating relationship and hanging out?" And she said, "We had no title, no commitment. It was whenever." "How often did you see each other between February 25th and March 31st of 2019? She said, "Not every day, but a lot. We went to eat, went to the mall, went to the beach." Were the two of you with?
So you hear that, right? So when she's talking about the time she went out with Eric Holder, right? Let's look at this game, right? Since everybody want to say it's so common for them, they went out to eat, they went to the mall, they went to the beach. Was Cuz sliding around everywhere he went with 2 pistols? See, 1 pistol, bro. All right, that's easy call, nigga. Y'all acting like he was on some John Wayne, on some cowboy, nigga. Yeah. Everywhere he go, no, bro. I can get it. Think about it. Having 2 chopsticks 2 onions in your pants, bro. That's gonna show the obvious. You see what I'm saying? So I don't believe that dude had 2 pistols on him everywhere he went. You see what I'm saying? So that tells me if he came from Long Beach to LA with probably 1 pistol, he must have went and picked up a pistol over there. You see what I'm saying? From somebody. Somebody must have gave him that second chopstick. And that's when he proceeded to go do his thing. Or, this was already plotted from the gate. You see what I'm saying? So let's get into it. So pay attention. Think about this. The places they went, he wasn't sliding around town with 2 pistols, man. Let's go.
When the 2 of you would go around, how would you get around? She said, my car. Who paid for the dates? She said she did. She mentioned one of the dates was a Red Lobster. Were you interested in him like a boyfriend one day? She said, not really. Were you ever intimate with Eric? And she said, yes, but it was one time. And then she talked about meeting his cousin who lived in Long Beach also. Were your dates in the Long Beach area or were they at other places? And she said there were other places, but mostly in LA. What about the area that Nipsey Hussle was shot? Have you been there before with Eric? No, not in that spot, but in the area, she said. How many times were you in the area with Eric? One time we stopped at a liquor store. Did you ever ask Eric where he was from? She said no, but he said he was from LA. Did he ever tell you what neighborhood he was from? No. Did you know he was in a gang? She said no.
Now look at the lies, cuz. Look at the lies that Bryannita is saying. Think about it. First thing you know, when he pulled up to that lot, he pulled up with a blue rag on his neck. But you saying you didn't know he gang banged. You said he was from LA, but he didn't say where he was from. If y'all look at Shitty Cuz, he got pictures. How many women, when a dude talk to you, you exchange what? What do you exchange? You exchange Instagrams, right? You will see Shitty Cuz with all the 6-0 tattoos on his body. She's not stupid. You got to understand, Bryannita she's rather Long Beach, Watts, Compton. I don't care if it's Paramount. You definitely go research somebody. You know how many women try to holler at me and all that. Then they go look at the Instagram and be like, oh yeah, I know where you from. You from East Coast. All that. You know what I'm saying? So women know how to, a girl is going to vet you, homie. They're going to vet you. This is why I say, like, look, homie, that's why I say now everybody want to say, oh, this, that, and the third. Hey, them Elroys, man, them 4-letter alphabets might be involved with this, bro. Because the way she got immunity, the way she's lying, you got to understand, homie, she don't know nothing. Talking about, I didn't know if he gang bang, I didn't know none of that shit. That nigga got tattoos all over his body. He got his hood on him. In the time of the assassination, nigga throw a blue rag on his neck. And you talking about you didn't know none of that? Come on, bro. We ain't going for that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then guess what? She probably somewhere in Idaho, Massachusetts. She's out of here. She has protective custody, full immunity. So if y'all hear us saying Bryannita and we just, getting an understanding about what took place and the lies and the flaws, miss me with that. Oh, boy, they gonna open up a case. She has full immunity. She cannot go to jail. And and we don't want nobody to go to jail, man. But my thing is this with this Nipsey Hussle sector. I want people to open up their eyes and see how the system works, homie. We betrayal, deception. You see what I'm saying? How factious it is for us to just take what the media put out. You see what I'm saying? Everybody does not have the same thoughts. Everybody's not born the same way and born on the same day. It's going to be some people that wake up in the morning like, nah, I ain't feeling that. You see what I'm saying? Nah, bro, like, nah, nigga, come on, bro. And besides, it's just content over here, man. If you don't like the content, get up out of here. We ain't fucking with you anyway. Let's go. Had to do my 1-2 one time.
Well, not until after the shooting. And then the prosecutor asked, are you talking about the shooting on March 31st, 2019? Yes. And then they started to talk about what happened on that day. So the way she explains it is she was doing her Lyft job on March 31st. She was driving in the Disneyland area in Anaheim, and Eric had kept calling her, and she wasn't answering his call. But at some point, she decided to answer the call, and he said he wanted to hang out. So she decided to do one last Lyft trip and then ended early. And then she went to go pick Eric up in Long Beach. Then he asked her, "What did you do next?" Right after she got off the phone with Eric, she went and got some gas. She got something to eat, and then she went on her way to pick him up. She said that Eric wanted to get in and out, and then he said he wanted to go to LA. She said she wanted to go to the Slauson Swap Meet, which is right there on Slauson and Western. And then they talked about that he lived with an uncle. So she picked him up from where Eric lived with an uncle. She said she met him several times, but she didn't know what his name was.
All right, we gonna stop. So remember, they said he wanted to go to the Slauson Swap Meet, right? So it's fair to say, if you're coming from Long Beach, you coming down Slauson, that means you're stopping at the Slauson Swap Meet, which, where's the footage of him going inside the Slauson Swap Meet? Because he had on that red t-shirt, right? Where did that t-shirt come from? Where did the t-shirt come from, right? Because we got to assume that nigga already, first, man, come on, man. The t-shirt was a throw off, man. Black Sam nailed that on the head. I know Nipsey Big Homie want to debunk that. Man, it's not adding, the math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying? If you already showed your face, what's the point of putting on a shirt? You a known 6'0" reject at this point. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, you was already out of bounds. Niggas know your face. If y'all go look, man, I'm telling y'all, if you look at the timestamps and if y'all got good editing software, you can see the glass window from where Nipsey Big Homie was. You can see Eric Holder doing this 1-2. Coward waited until it was over and then ate it. You see what I'm saying? The stories is so inconsistent, homie. Oh man, I was in the break room, man, and then I ran the 3 different, and then I came out. You can see him running. Come on, bro. You seen that boy run. You said, oh, I thought if y'all look at the interviews, his big homie said, oh, I thought Shitty Cub was running too. How? Nigga, you on document saying that you heard that he got beat up and he came over there with a pistol trying to knock something down. It's so many, man, come on, bro. It's so many loose ends to this. You see what I'm saying? It's so many loose ends, homie. And you know, I feel like this, homie. You know, this new generation is not the same. Remember how grandma had the coin purse in her under her moo-moo? And you know what I'm saying? She was like, shh, here, baby, take this. Remember how grandma gave you that money and fold it? Here, don't tell no that hush money. Shh. Here, get it. Go get you something to eat. Because you know, grandma take care of you more than your mama. Your mama was out here getting them cheeks clapped by everybody in the city and wouldn't give you no dollars. Something grandma took care. Nowadays, grandmas is out here like, what up, cuz? What up, blood on Pyru? That's what a grandma is out here. A grandma out here gang banging, chucking up Pyru. You understand me? So we don't have the uncle with all the keys on the side and shit. And he had the truck. He like, man, go and get your little soda up out of there. Go and get that. Hey, nephew. Go and get that, nephew. Go and get your little soda pop, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you're thirsty and stuff. You know, your grandma got some bananas in there. But you're a boy. You need some energy, man. Go and get that little, you understand me? Times have changed. You know what I'm saying? Where you remember leaving a voice message on somebody's pager, you know what I'm saying? And sending the codes. And remember star 69? You see what I'm saying? Call out, man. Listen, times have changed. This new generation is way more smarter. They do not apply by what we went by. So for anybody to have a standard, a code, they no longer exist with this new generation, homie. You see what I'm saying? You have to redefine understanding and comprehension. And with that being said, man, you got to see between the lines. Everybody's going by these old principles from the 80s, from the 70s. Go by what you go by and let it make sense to you right then and there. Because at the end of the day, you can't push some rules on somebody where you got to realize, man, like the game is the game. It's always the game is going to stay the same, but the players is always going to change. The game will never change, but the players will. And the players that's coming in the game, They're not going by the same rules everybody went by. You see what I'm saying? So let the math do the math and make it make sense, man. Because at the end of the day, Nipsey Hussle was assassinated by one of his own. You see what I'm saying? And it was bigger than just some dude who was jealous of him. He was sent. Black Sam says that. I gotta go with that because Black Sam is a very intelligent dude. I know a lot of people want to debunk him or have the reason, but when we look at the key understanding it between Shitty Cuz and Nipsey, Eric Holder still to this day has never made a statement. Do you know how big that is? If one day he just decide, yo, I want to give my full exclusive interview, it's going to be worth millions and millions of dollars. But he also knows the day that even get out to the world, he probably won't be living in prison anymore. You see what I'm saying? Because it's something so big that somebody got something on Eric Holder where he had to carry out this mission. This reminds me of Belly. Y'all remember on Belly when DMX was on the basketball court and then the feds came to him and told him he needs to go assassinate somebody in the Muslim community? Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that moment? That's what this reminds me back of Belly, where, you know what I'm saying, where the government came in and wanted him to go do a heinous act in regard of his own people. You see what I'm saying? And it just looks like that because when you look at this, Bryannita should have never got immunity. It just serves no purpose. It makes no sense. They went and believed everything she said and gave her full immunity. Let's get it. It's something bigger than what we think, man. Let's go.
And he asked, did you ever have a fight with him before? And she said, no. Was he ever physically abusive to you? She said, no. Have you seen him with a gun before? And she said, yes. More than one occasion? Yes. When was the first time you seen him with a gun? The prosecutor asked. The first time was when we went to his cousin Harold's place, where he had a studio at Harold's. Did you see Eric rapping? Yes. Did you know he rapped before that day? No. Did you ask questions? She said no. And then the prosecutor asked, did you listen to his music? She said yes, it was on his phone. After he rapped, Cousin Harold actually walked over to him and handed him a gun. She said it was a silver long one. He put gun away by the waistband. That was the first time seeing a gun. Did you ask any questions? She said, yes, I asked, why do you have that? And he said it was for protection. That was the first time she saw a gun. The second time she saw a gun, she wanted to say it was at his place, and it was a revolver that was just sitting on the couch. And that would have been a couple days later. And it had duct tape around the handle, as she remembered. So 2 different times, he had 2 different guns. Were you concerned? Prosecutor asked. She said, yeah, but he said it was for protection. The third time she saw the semi-auto.
Spark inspiration and bring home a 2024 Kia EV6, delivering thrills at every
Matic black gun. Did you ask any questions? No. Did you see him a lot with that gun? She said yes, he just carried it with him. He was riding around with a gun in your car? He asked her. She said yes. Were you concerned that the police would pull you over? She said no. Did you want to be his girlfriend? No, it was a homeboy situation, nothing serious, she said. Why did you spend so much time with him? I don't know, was trying to get to know him, she said. Okay, so back to March 31st, he asked, so how was he dressed when you picked him up? She said he didn't have a shirt on. He had a bandana around his neck. And
all right, now this is where it comes to, right? She picked him up. He didn't have a shirt on. This is why you got to start paying attention. Where did he get the t-shirt from? She picked him up with no t-shirt. You understand what I'm saying? So the shirt proves that it was a throw off. She picked him up with no t-shirt, right? At this point, he has one gun. He don't have two guns, allegedly, from what I'm receiving from what he's saying. But he might have two. Let's carry through. But let's look at it from this point right here, homie. Yeah, he didn't have no shirt when she picked him up. This is the day the day of the assassination. He didn't have no t-shirt. So I want y'all to use y'all minds and ask, where did the shirt come from? Because if he went and got a shirt, then this was organized. Let's go.
Then he has tattoos all over. Did you ask about the tattoos? She said, I asked him about the LA tattoo on his neck. Never asked many questions about tattoos. He had God on his arm and a gun on the other. So you guys drove straight to LA? She said yes. He wanted to stop in the neighborhood close by. How did you get there? He gave me directions to where he wanted me to go. Then he got out the car, talked to these guys there, friendly for about 2 minutes. From picking him up in Long Beach, did you see a gun? She said no. And then she said, she mentioned let's get some food that you said you wanted to get. And then they ended up pulling up at the Marathon store on Slauson, which was not too far away from where they had where Eric just saw some friends. So then prosecutor asked, what happened when you pulled in? She said she saw Nipsey and she was like, oh, there's Nipsey. He looks fine. I want to take a picture with him. What did Eric say? She said nothing. He said nothing.
So, all right, y'all hear that? So at this point, Bryannita have no knowledge that shitty cuz he got a chopstick on him, right? All right, so where did the t-shirt come from? If she picked, listen what I'm saying, homie. Where did the t-shirt come from? Where did the t-shirt come from? Cuz like, it's crazy how everybody is not seeing that. She picked him up. No display of any weapons on him. They end up driving from Long Beach straight to the shopping center. She picked him up. She verbatim said she picked him up with no t-shirt on, with a blue rag on his neck. That's a mission right there. That's the mission. That's the mission. Come on, man. He didn't even tell her. You feel me? Like, off the backboard, like he knew what he was going to go do. This was not about no, and come on, gang. Like, watch this shit, bro. Watch this shit. Watch it. I'm telling you, it's finna fall in line. Let's go.
Did you expect to see Nipsey Hussle there? No, just pulled in to find parking and ran into Nip. I parked in the parking lot in the middle. What did you think when you saw Eric Holder standing with Nipsey Hussle? Because when she pulls into the parking lot, he jumps out the car, he walks over to Master Burger, and then a minute after that, he walks over to the group, and then she looks up because she's on her phone. She looks up and she sees Eric Holder standing there with Nipsey Hussle. So the prosecutor asked her, what did you think when you saw him over there? And she said that I thought he was trying to beat me to him to get a photo. So I went over there. So if you look at the video, you'll see her exiting the car and walking towards the group. What did you see? She said there were two other guys with Nipsey.
Mind you, she thought that he was trying to, what gangbanger you know? Man, come on, cuz. Hey, listen, man. If y'all believe that, then, hey, man, it's all on y'all, homie. Come on, man. She talking about she seen the tattoos on his neck. You heard the music, all of this. You think this nigga just pulling up to random hoods and trying to take pictures and shit? Nigga ain't friendly, man. Nipsey was a banger, bro. Like, she ain't, bro. Bryannita is a hood chick. She's not some square from Delaware. I think, they painted a picture as if she was somebody who didn't know what was going on. She was naive and all that type of stuff. I don't believe that, man. I just believe he didn't probably initially let her know what his intentions was, But at the same time, come on, man. You seen them tattoos on his body and shit. You got this nigga with guns. What female don't ask you, do you bang? You see what I'm saying? You got guns, tattoos on you and shit. Most women want to make sure that you're not getting them caught up in those stuff. You see what I'm saying? So that led me to believe she knew where he was from. You see what I'm saying? Like, she lying all on her testimony. Yeah, it's all cap for sure. Easy call. But hey, they'll run with that. The government will play naive to that. You see what I'm saying? It's something way bigger than that. If y'all hear this testimony, you could weed out. Man, it's like listen to your kid tell you what happened at the school. You can tell when your son is lying or your daughter is lying. This girl obviously is lying, homie, and it just don't even make sense how this is transcribed as facts without, you know what I'm saying, without the benefit of the doubt. Let's go.
And Eric, I asked if I can get a photo. One of the guys said, wait a moment after they're finished talking. Eric was talking to Nipsey, talking about snitching. Eric asked Nipsey, did he snitch? Then at that point, Nipsey said he was, excuse me, ready to take the picture. Then I took a photo and I left.
Hold on. Y'all heard that?
Nipsey and Eric, I asked if I can get a photo. One of the guys said, wait a moment after they're finished talking.
So that right there, one of the guys, right? We know Rimpar is not an aggressive speaker. He's kind of laid back. So that only leaves Cowboy. So Cowboy wanted Eric Holder. Think about it. Listen, one of the guys said, hold on, wait till they finish talking. He was right there listening to that conversation that whole time. So the moment, and she verbatimly said, Eric Holder called Nipsey Hussle a snitch, right? This is what Bryannita heard. She can testify to that. So that means Cowboy listened to Shitty Cuz calling his little homie a snitch. Now we got to go back to the streets, homie. Would you let somebody call your homie a snitch in front of your face? Knowing he's a Grammy-nominated artist. He just did this big-ass video with DJ Khaled, John Legend, Traveling World. You supposed to protect him. You the G homie. You the shot caller. You mean to tell me that you let Eric Holder call Nipsey a snitch in front of your face, bro? But you on the internet talking about catch these fades, cuz. Nigga catch the fade, cuz. Nigga play my name, cuz. Can't help one more time, nigga, squabble or be quiet. Nigga, what? The man called Nipsey a snitch right in front of your face and you did nothing. Come on, bro. Nigga, come on. We finna dog walk that. I'm dog walking that. Like, oh no, bro. Like, nigga, yo, love. Nigga, come on. I love. He was God to me. Nigga, God. Nigga told him, nigga, I'm prolific like Nip. Nigga, I told him, nigga, God. Nigga, I beat up both the facts one time. Nigga, he was 16. I was 24. He said you beat up some dudes in the parking lot for asking somebody where hey, look. The night Nipsey Hussle died, remember his big homie knocked out two of his own homeboys because they asked a dude in the parking lot where they was from. So you beat up your own homies from asking some dudes where they from, but you didn't beat up Shitty Cuz for calling Nip a snitch. What was all that gangster talk at, bro? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all gotta pay attention to this because it gets cold, it gets deep, and this rabbit hole is clearly bigger than what people want to portray it to be. I want y'all to double back. Listen what she said.
See her exiting the car and walking towards the group. What did you see? She said there were two other guys with Nipsey and Eric. I asked if I can get a photo. One of the guys said, wait a moment after they're finished talking. Eric was talking to Nipsey, talking about snitching. Eric asked Nipsey, did he snitch?
Y'all heard that?
At that point, Nipsey said he was...
Eric asked Nipsey, did he snitch? One more time. Eric asked Nipsey Hussle, did he snitch?
And Eric, I asked if I can get a photo. One of the guys said, wait a moment after they're finished talking. Eric was talking to Nipsey, talking about snitching. Eric asked Nipsey, did he snitch? Then at that point, Nipsey said,
all right, we're gonna stop there. Now we're gonna leave it open for the chat. So now we have it. Bryannita confirmed that Eric Holder asked Nipsey, did he snitch? Right? So we go, hold on. We go leave it from right there right quick. Let me see. All right. So why did Eric Holder ask Nipsey, did he snitch?
Casual conversations every now and then. I've never talked to the man, never met the man a day in my life. Right. And I'm pretty sure he's probably a little upset at me about a few things. But at the end of the day, I speak my truth when it comes to business. As far as, alleging the music, that's my truth about that. And all the other situations is really internal. That's shit that come from Big U. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, him being a rat, Big U came on Pyru, set my motherfucking game room in my backyard, right? With another one of my original baby gangsters, right? You just walked off 20 years. He been home about 7 or 8. The homie just walked off a dub, sat in front of me in my game room, in front of the homie, and called Nipsey a rat. We both looking at him crazy. What are you talking about? Some paperwork? Nah, what he did, I got the recording, when the nigga Domer, you know what I'm saying, did what he did. He told the police if anything happened to me or something happens to me, I come up dead, Domer did it. So he been paying this nigga $1,500, $2,000 a month to keep from letting niggas know and telling niggas is that. So all this shit, bro, is what I'm trying.
All right, so let's get up out of there, man. So you see the politics that's going on, bro? All of these dudes talking themselves on these platforms. You see what I'm saying? That's why I gotta shut niggas down when they say, Nina, what you doing? These are the niggas that's doing all the motherfucking talking. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want y'all to go by what Whack 100 just said, because Whack 100 is definitely not somebody who always tell the truth. But that rumor that he put out there right there is a dangerous rumor. I would never even verbally say it because, I'm still tied to the streets. But by him saying that is the dangerous allegation. But you saying Nipsey Hussle was getting extorted for money. You see what I'm saying? Because he had a video out stating such and such, and if something happened to me, such and such did it. That type of shit, homie. Hey, it make you think. Let's go.
That he was, ready to take the picture. Then I took a photo and I left. Any raised voices? She said no. Now remember, this is all during direct examination under the prosecutor. Now, what did you hear Eric say? Did you say I snitched? Eric was asking Nipsey if he snitched. And then at that point, she said she took a photo and then she walked off and went back to her car. What did you do in the car? Prosecutor asked her. She said she posted the picture of Nipsey to Facebook. Then she said she was excited to meet him. And then shortly thereafter, she said that Eric Holder had walked to her car to ask for $2 because he needed money. What happened was, because she may not have been paying attention, after she walked to the car, Eric Holder leaves the group and goes to Master Burger. And then he goes from Master Burger to the car where Bryannita's in and asks for $2 because apparently he doesn't have enough money to pay for the chili cheese fries. So then the prosecutor asks, why is it that you're always paying for everything? She says, I don't know. Actually, he paid for half his chili cheese fries. Then you asked him if he was ready to go. Did he want to eat his food? Then he said drive around. So now he's back in the car with the chili cheese fries, and he asked her to just pull out of the parking lot and to drive.
Kickoff weekend has a Friday game, and it's
around. Then when I drove out of the parking lot, I made a right on Slauson and went around the Shell gas station. And then basically they went all the way back around. And she said once they came back around the block, they pretty much did a circle. He began to put bullets in the gun. She said he was putting bullets and then holding the gun by the window. And she asked, what are you doing? You're not going to shoot out my car. Then he put the gun away on the side and she didn't see it again. So she said we drove and turned on Crenshaw, and he still wanted to eat his chili cheese fries. And he told me to go into the parking lot, and he wanted to eat his food. So basically, she pulled into the parking lot where Fat Burger's at, and then went into the alley and then parked in the alley. Her car was facing south, pointing right towards 58th Place. And that's where they sat in the car, and he started to eat his chili cheese fries. So Eric said, stop here. I want to eat. So she said he ate a couple of bites of the chili cheese fries.
Wait a minute. So where's her food at? I thought they were supposed to go get something to eat together. You see what I'm saying? Where's her food at? You see what I'm saying? So him going inside the motherfucking Master Burger was the way how he had to plot. He had to scan the perimeter. He had to look at the scene, make sure, who got a gun, because he know, nigga, he from a notorious gang, homie. You see what I'm saying? Man, this wasn't no act of his own, man. This wasn't no act of his own. Let's go.
And then she said to him, she says, I kept stressing to him, let's go. Then he said, wait right here. I'll be right back. She was asked, what was his demeanor? Was it upset? No. Was it angry? No. Did he curse anyone out? No. I was just ready to go, she says.
So if he wasn't angry, he had no animosity, no hostile tension, right? So clearly whatever he said to whatever Nip said to him wasn't, you got to realize he shook all of their hands after he left. After he left, he shook their hands. He shook their hands, homie. So this was not no act of just being high. And first of all, when you high, Nipsey Big Homie put out the narrative that he was high. You can't eat when you high, bro. I don't care how you cut that, nigga. You not finna eat no chili cheese fries when you high off of what crystal meth? You can't even eat off of crystal meth. I know I used to serve some of you niggas out there in the world crystal meth. Yeah, nigga, I know. I used to put it with the powder. You know what I'm saying? Niggas come back, Nina, you got that fire, nigga. I'll be up like this. I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's the Aguilera in there, huh? Yeah, that's the Aguilera. Yeah, that shit fire. Yeah, nigga, I used to put the little coke with the crystal and here you go, nigga. Yeah, nigga. There you go. Yeah, nigga. I want 40 for that motherfucker. Nigga thought my shit was fire. It was just a little crystal in that motherfucker. Let's go.
And then he said to her, I'll be right back. He got out the car with his food, and he actually had a drink as well. He got out the car with his food and drink, and he started to walk north through the alley back to where Nipsey Hussle was standing at with the group. She said that she was looking at him and she noticed that he set the food on the hood of a truck that was parked in the alley. And she said she didn't see a gun. He got out of the car with the chili cheese fries and did not have.
Wait, she said he didn't see the gun? Hey, listen, man. Hey, y'all got to understand. I'm talking about 20-something years ago, man. I was a young nigga gang banging, selling drugs, and I was vicious and I was ruthless about getting my money. And that's exactly what it was. You see what I'm saying? But no, back to this. Niggas talking about don't tell him. Look, bro, I'm a street dude, homie. I'm a street dude. And I was really out there, full 10 toes down like gum on the ground. I was really out there. I performed. I played every position. But think about it. She's saying that she didn't see the gun, but you seen him load up the gun. You got the clip. He loaded up a gun. What did that tell you? If somebody's loading up a gun and say, I'll be right back, think about it. He's loading up the gun at this point. And he said, park right here. I'm about to go on this mission. So she knew he was going on a mission. What are you talking about? I'm going to be right back. Nigga loaded up the gun. What are you talking about? After you heard the gunshots, why you didn't leave the dude? You see what I'm saying? Accessory to murder. Man, come on, bro. Like, she admitted this shit. That's crazy, bro. Look how she got him in.
Have a gun. But then she said, no, but I was on social media, so I wasn't paying attention. And then she said within a very short time, probably seconds, she hears shots. She said, I was afraid when I heard the shots, and then I saw a man running, and I started to pull the car off into the street. So at that moment,
Wait, she talking about the man running. Now that's the dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Nina, you bugging," but the dude who ran in the alley, he stopped right there by the car. We can't see if he exchanged some words like he did it. How we know she's not part of the plant too? Like she's the getaway driver, bro. She the getaway driver. The dude who ran by stopped. He stopped right there before he ended up making that right on 58. He stopped, made the right. Why you just didn't keep running? Why you stopped right there by her window? We don't know if you said he did the mission, he carried it out, whatever it was, bro. Like it was something ugly about it. But it's so many ways to have a perception or you know, have an opinion about it. But there we go. Let's get it.
There is some footage from another camera that you see her car pulling forward. And then she was asked, would it have been safer for you to leave? She said yes. And then she said Eric returned to the car. She characterized it as a power walk back to the car. And then he asked her, did you see guns in the car? And she said, I just asked what happened. And then he said, you talk too much. I should slap you. He had a stern voice. He said, drive very loud. So I just started driving and I left. And it was quiet in the car the whole time. He wasn't responding, and I didn't want to get him upset, she said. Did you tell the grand jury that you saw him get into the car with 2 guns? She said, yes, but now you're saying no. And then she responded, I didn't see the guns right away at the moment. Did you see him with a gun when he got back into the car after the shooting? I didn't see a gun. I saw the gun after we drove. I saw a revolver and the automatic. The only thing I asked, what?
She said she didn't see a gun. She seen the gun after they drove. You see how it's inconsistent? Because remember, she stated, and shout out to Alex, because he's reading the transcripts. Maybe I might be looking at it wrong, but she said she seen him load up the pistol. You see now when she's been cross-examined, she's saying, no, I didn't see the gun until after. Well, you just said that you seen him load up the gun. Like, which one is it? But out of all of this shit, you picked him up with no t-shirt on, with a blue rag on his neck. Where is the t-shirt at, man? Where did the red t-shirt come from? Somebody in the chat, where did the t-shirt come from, guy? Like, come on, man. Like, this shit. Yeah, man. That shit ugly, man. Yeah, man, that shit is crazy, cuz. This fake ass coward. This ain't even his channel. That's how I know this ain't him. Get up out of here, sucker. All right, let's go.
What happened? I didn't ask if he used it. Why not? She said it didn't cross my mind. There has to be a reason why you didn't ask, prosecutor asked her. Her response was, I just didn't ask. What happened next? He wanted to get dropped off at Cousin Harold's. I dropped him off. Then I went to my mom's. I stayed at my mom's, washed clothes, watched TV, and laid down. At that point, did you hear that Nipsey Hussle was shot? She said, no, not until later that night. What did you think when you heard that he was shot? I was just saying, I was just there. I spoke to my mom. And social media posts. Oh, then he asked her, what about the social media post that you made with the photo of Nipsey? Did you read the comments? She said, yes, they were posting that Eric did it. Comments said, damn, sis, you were right there. How did you feel? Prosecutor asked her. She said, sad, because social media was saying Eric did it. I wasn't sure if Eric did it. Then she said that he called her on Sunday night and asked her to pick him up from Harold's. He asked if he can come over. I told him yes. Then I showed Eric on my phone what they were saying. You shot him. It's on my phone. And then Prosecutor asked her, "Were you afraid of him?" She said, "No. I brought him to my mom's because I didn't have furniture at my new place and my mom was at work." "Did he sleep? What did he do?" "He went to the balcony, he smoked, and then he went to sleep. Then the next day on Monday morning, I had to go to work and he wanted to get a hotel room." And that was the end of day 3. That testimony ended at about 3:20 p.m. when the judge excused everyone. And then she was scheduled to continue her testimony on day 4. And she continued on direct examination starting at about 9:45 a.m. And the first question that was asked was, "What time did you get to the mother's house?" She said around 7 or 8 p.m. This has been after she picked up Eric Holder to come back to the mom's house. She said that he went to the balcony, he smoked. I asked him what happened. He ignored me and he went to sleep. The next morning, I asked him if he was ready to go home. He said, "I can't go home. My place is a mess." He asked her, he asked if he can get a room because his place was dirty. Prosecutor said, "Have you been to his place before?" She said, "Yes." "Was it dirty?" She said, "Yes, it was." So we called around, found a Motel 6 in Long Beach, and she let him use the ID to get a room. And then she left. She dropped him off at the Motel 6, helped him get the room, and then she went to her caregiver job. "Did you see a gun on that day?" she was asked.
All right, so remember, he didn't have enough money to buy some chili cheese fries, right? He didn't have no, remember, he bought the chili cheese fries. He went to Bryannita and asked her for some money because he didn't have enough to get the chili cheese fries and a drink. After this happened, all of a sudden, you got some money to get a motel room, nigga? Come on, homie. Come on, homie. They already knew by less than 24 hours, they already had him on camera shooting Nipsey. So somebody, come on, bro. Somebody sponsored that nigga, man. It is what it is. Let's go.
Asked. She said, "No." "Do you know what happened to the 2 guns?" "No, I went to work." "Then you saw information on social media that Eric may have done the Nipsey Hussle killing." She said, "Yes." I went to discuss the shooting with him. I showed him on my phone what people were saying on Instagram. He had no response. So then she said, while she was at her mom's place, her car came up on the news. Saw the news that her license plate was on the news. So her mom told her to call the police. Was that the first time you believed that Eric Holder was the shooter from the news report? And she said, "My mom called the police and they told her to call back at 6 a.m. when the detectives arrived." So Moms and Bryannita went to the police. They spoke to a police officer at the front desk. And basically the front desk officer told her that don't believe everything you see on the news, and they left. And then Moms decided to be persistent about it and called back later at 11 a.m. They went back to the police, and then that's when Bryannita first met the detectives that were investigating this case, and that's when they interviewed her for 5 hours. So they went in the morning early, then they went back at 11, and then the investigation of Bryannita Nicholson started. "Did they tell you your rights?" She said, "Yes." "Did you waive your rights?" She said, "I did." "They told me to call Eric Holder while I was at the police station." So during the interrogation with Bryannita, she actually calls Eric Holder, and they were actually trying to set him up, I believe. It said during the phone call, "You spoke to Eric about coming over to the house." She said, "Yes." Apparently they were going to arrest him that way, but for some reason, that was the end of the questioning on that topic. And then, "Did you show the detectives the photo you took with Nipsey?" She said, "Yes." "Did detectives ask you to look into your phone?" "Yes." "They copied your phone?" "Yes." "I consented." "Did they search your car?" "Yes." "Did they search your apartment?" "Yes." "Did they search your mother's?" "Yes." "Did you consent?" "Yes, I did." And then they showed an exhibit of an immunity agreement that was signed on June 20th, 2022, which would have been just a few days ago. And it was a 1.5-page agreement that states that anything she says cannot be used against her unless she lies or the judge doesn't believe her, and then the judge can revoke the agreement.
So y'all understand that, right? Y'all understand. No matter how much we talk about Bryannita, if we believe her, if she was part of it, they granted her full immunity. Now, only person that can revoke that immunity was the judge, stating that they didn't believe her testimony, which we know she was lying, which goes to show that they wanted this case executed and prosecuted so fast, they took whatever they wanted from Bryannita. And she is stacked with full immunity, and I'm pretty sure she has a protective custody. You know what I'm saying? So there y'all go right there, man. It's, hey, start looking at Bryannita at this point. It's no way she can be prosecuted. Let's go.
Did you read this agreement? She said, yes, my lawyer did. It's the first time we ever heard that she had a lawyer. At this point, for the immunity agreement, and a lawyer was appointed to her. It says nothing you say can be used against you as a crime except if you commit perjury or the judge believes you lied. Did you come talk to me? John McKinney was saying. She said yes. Did you tell the police, myself, and the grand jury the truth? She said yes. And basically, they played the video of her pulling in and everything that happened, jumping out, which occurs over the course of about 5 minutes. And then when she was ready to leave, she asked Eric Holder, "Are you ready to go?" He said, "No, I want to eat my food." So she was pulling the car out. Now, this is right after Eric Holder got his chili cheese fries and he got into the car. That's when Bryannita said, "Are you ready to go?" And he said, "No, I want to eat my food." And then that's when they drive around in a circle and he pulls the gun out and she prevents him from doing the shooting, not physically, but verbally tells him to stop. And he complies. And then that's when they go park in the alley. And that's pretty much the end of direct examination. It went till about 10:42 in the morning. And then cross-examination by Jansen started at about 11 a.m. And he went into some topics. He said that after Eric got back into the car, at some point later, he was loading a gun. She said, yes. You didn't see that gun prior? She said, no. He was pointing the gun by the clothing store on Slauson? She said, yeah. I said, you're not doing a drive-by out in my car. Then
So if she said he's not doing a drive-by in the car after he did the shooting, why did you pick him up? How did you get immunity from that? You see what I'm saying? Every other female that been involved with a shooting that was just there, didn't even have nothing to do with it, go down for it. But for some reason, they find a way to give her full immunity. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all can't tell me that that's legitimate at this point, bro. Everybody know conspiracy to murder is a high charge like anything else. You knew about the crime before it happened and you witnessed it and you didn't report it to law enforcement. Come on, bro. Come on. Not only was she the getaway driver, but she knew it was going to happen. He loaded up the gun right in front of her in her face. And you had the gun pointed towards the clothing store. Talking about you not going to do a drive-by. Come on, man. Like something dirty right there, man. That girl got some dirt up under her fingernails, homie, and everybody could see that shit. That's why I say, man, like you got to start looking at this rabbit hole. This rabbit hole is really deep, and it goes bigger than just certain individuals. With that being said, come on, man, use your eyes, pay attention, man. Let's go.
he said to park the car in the alley by the Fat Burger, which he did, and he started eating the fries, and then he said, "Wait here. I'll be right back." Then you heard gunshots. So he's basically going over some of the same points that the prosecutor brought out of her. He asked, let's see here. Did you feel like you were the getaway driver? She said no. Did Eric Holder get mad when you said Nipsey was fine and you wanted to take a picture? She said no. They played some of the video, and it turns out that Bryannita was in this conversation, or overheard this conversation, was present for it for about 53 seconds. The entire conversation between Eric and Nipsey lasts approximately 4 minutes. She said that you were interviewed on April 2nd, 2019 in a recorded interview. And you were also interviewed by John McKinney on April 29th. Then the defense attorney asked her, did you know that that second interview was recorded? And she said no. So they play a clip, and the clip says, what were they talking about? And this is back in 2019. Now, this is Bryannita talking in 2019. They're playing a clip. And she said there was tension from Nipsey. You can tell he didn't want to talk to Eric. Nipsey looking like he needed to go somewhere. Eric was.
This is Bryannita. Y'all understand? She's stating that it was tension from Nipsey. It looked like he wanted to go somewhere. Why was it? If Bryannita could see the tension that Nipsey had with the conversation between Shitty Cuz and him, why didn't his big homie do anything about it? The tension was right there. You said I would have escorted him off the premises if I felt it was some type of tension. How could she see the tension and you don't see it? Foul play, foul ball. Hey, flag on the play. Come on, man. Y'all telling me that she could identify tension, friction, and see that Nipsey was uncomfortable, but his big homie who's supposed to know him the most couldn't identify that? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What it is, you know, certain people know that it's some foul play involved. You see what I'm saying? As far as being a solid homie or a comrade or a friend or mentor, and you know what? You didn't stand up when it was time to, bro. Let's go.
Was talking to Nipsey kind of messy. Then the defense attorney asks, you were listening to a conversation about snitching. You said some interesting things. You said there was tension from Nipsey. And she said Nipsey didn't really want to talk to Eric. Yes, he was brushing Eric off. Nipsey was wanting Eric to stop talking before he took the pic. Eric asked Nipsey if he was a snitch. And then the defense attorney asked, well, yesterday you said Eric was not messy, but this interview from 2019, you said he was messy. And then she said Eric kept asking Nipsey, have you ever snitched? And Nipsey brushed him off. And
so what that tell you? That tell you that not like that makes you believe. I mean, is Whack 100 telling the truth about the rumor? You see what I'm saying? That it was a rumor. We're not saying that it was true, but a rumor. All this is a rumor, because you know, you don't just ask somebody if they're a snitch, bro, unless it's a rumor about them or some that's unforgivable, bro. You don't take lightly to that snitch word. But what got me all up in this is, if she's saying that she got the tension that Nipsey Hussle wanted Eric Holder to go away. You see what I'm saying? You making him feel uncomfortable. Your big homie told Bryannita, hold on, let them finish talking. Let them finish talking. As if you instigating, like you're looking for him to cause motive to react and double back and do what he did. It's like you stood there so they can't have that dialogue, so it could plan out like that. Like this looked like this was well organized. You see what I'm saying? It looked like, yeah, you wanted Shitty Cuz to get at Nipsey and Shitty Cuz to ask him these type of things so he can come back and do what he do, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's some stuff going. Hey, this rabbit hole gets big. Make no doubt about it. If you really look at what's being said on the internet, this can go so many ways. Now, this transcript, you know, from her perspective, I don't believe half the stuff she's saying. You know she lying in this testimony. You know it. You can see it. I mean, we all been in the streets. We all, come on, it's not a single woman that's in this live right now who can say, you talking to a dude with all tattoos on his body, you know what I'm saying? He got a gun around you, and you mean to tell me that you don't even care to ask him, do he gang bang? Why you know what I'm saying? Like, where you from? So because you got brothers and siblings that gang bang. You know what I'm saying? People got family members. You want to know that so you don't bring your new boyfriend around your family that could potentially be enemies and be a conflict to either side. So we know that she lying, man. Let's get it.
And then the defense attorney played another transcript. He played a clip from the interview. Now, she was interviewed by the cops for about 5 hours. And in this clip, they played a part where she said, I didn't hear an argument, but Eric was a bit aggressive saying cuz. But then the defense attorney said, but yesterday you said Eric was not aggressive. But in the video from 2019, you said he was getting aggressive. So the defense attorney was really trying to establish a level of aggression that was taking place between Nipsey and Eric Holder. And then when you were on the grand jury under oath with immunity, did you know Eric Holder asked about a specific name regarding snitching conversation between Eric Holder and Nipsey Hussle? Apparently, she claimed that a specific name was mentioned during this conversation. At the grand jury, did you say there was a specific name used in that conversation? She said yes, but I don't know the name. And then the defense attorney directed.
So Eric Holder is asking Nipsey Hussle about, she said it was a name that popped up. She said she don't remember the name. I don't know. You don't know. But we seen that it is a rumor that, you know, people trying to put a snitch jacket on Nip, bro. You see what I'm saying? And that's foul. Because no matter what I hear from, I would never believe Nipsey Hussle would snitch on anybody, bro. Like, you got too much money to be in the politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, come on, bro. You gotta realize, nigga, you 33 at the time, you're a multi-millionaire, bro. You see what I'm saying? You have no place, no business being in politics, bro. That's not a smart thing. Like, think about it. Once you reach a certain level, I don't care, bro, how much status or popularity you have. And if you invited to politics, bro, why would you get involved with politics, bro? And that's one of the number one things that you can get double backed on. Nigga could double cross you on some politics. You see what I'm saying? You cross them lines of politics and want to become a politician, you better be careful, because at the end of the day, a certain age, bro, and if you get too deep in that rabbit hole, bro, them politics is go double back and it's go bite you in your ass. Straight like that, bro. It's no point to really be hands-on if you're not out there front lining. If you're not a front liner, bro, you should not be politicking inside the core politics. Not having an opinion about internet is internet. Internet is undefeated. It's nobody that can say something about this internet, because you put your business on there. It's fair game to anybody, and it's called freedom of speech, and you can have your own opinion. But when you in them street politics, though, when we as a street operator, yeah, man, it's ugly for you, man. You get out there in politics, knowing you got a job, you got a responsibility, you got to pay. Your daughter got bracelets, you got to pay $275 every month on your daughter braces. Your son got to go to the hospital. He got starting football and rent, car note, mortgage, light, cable bills. You got all of these bills, but you find time to go get into the politics out there on that front line. You asking for it. Anything could go left. Anything could go wrong, homie. That's why I say, man, you got to realize, man, when you a street operator and you reach a certain age, homie, and you not out there performing, playing ball, bro, do not get out there and portray or create this ultimate poise as if you still the nigga, as if you still you operating under that umbrella. If you ain't under that umbrella, bro, stop politicking, bro. It's a deadly game, homie. And anybody watching it, nigga, be a grown man. You served your time. It's like the army. You see what I'm saying? You nigga, you just a veteran, or nigga, you alumni, or whatever you want to call it. But be a grown man about that. Don't politic if you ain't a front liner, bro. That's suicide. And that's just crazy. But y'all heard what she said. Shitty Cuz asked Nipsey, did he snitch on a person, on a certain person? She said she heard the name, but she don't remember the name. So that leaves us what? She's testifying that Shitty Cuz asked him about, did he snitch on somebody? Let's go.
The questioning to the grand jury transcript, page 256, line 7 to 27. How would you describe the conversation back and forth? Did it seem normal or a fight was about to happen? She said Eric Holder was trying to get to the point about something that happened in the past. He said someone snitched, but I caught it in the middle. How many times did Eric Holder ask Nipsey, you snitched before? You said Eric Holder asked 3 times. Yes. It could have been more. How many times did you?
Wait, so if Eric Holder asked him if he snitched, where do that place his big homie? If Eric Holder asked Nipsey if he snitched multiple times, that means you allowed that man to disrespect. Because we all know snitching is like calling somebody. That's the ultimate disrespect, homie. Anytime somebody call you a snitch, that's like saying F your mama. You see what I'm saying? That's like, nigga, that's like calling you a bitch. You see what I'm saying? If somebody call you a snitch, that's the ultimate disrespect. Why didn't his big homie intervene, escort him up out of there? You allowed that man to call Nipsey Hussle a snitch multiple times? I'm telling y'all, man, come on, man. Hey, bro. Yeah, all right. It's something fishy going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You did that high power, nigga. Man, come on, bro. Let's go.
Hear Eric Holder say something to Nipsey about snitching many times, back to back. Have you ever snitched? Was said. Yes, he asked that multiple times, being Eric is asking Nipsey, had he ever snitched? And that pretty much wrapped up Bryannita Nicholson's testimony, which went from day 3 to day 4. And thanks for tapping in with Street TV.
Yeah, man. So that tell you right there. That tell you without a doubt. Hey, Shitty was pressing Nip multiple times about this snitching allegations, homie. Shitty was pressing him, saying that. And his big homie was just sitting there just watching this nigga press him. It's a Grammy nominated nigga. He had a letter from the president, acknowledged by the president. That just go to show you ain't nobody bigger than the program when you in it. When you in the Matrix, homie, ain't nobody bigger than the program, bro. If you right there, nigga, ground zero front line, nigga, yeah, nigga play ball and approach you with any type of situation, man. So with that being said, man, shout out to everybody pulling up, man. I hope y'all got a different insight, a good perspective of seeing that everything ain't everything, man. So with that being said, man, I'll see y'all in the next video. Make sure y'all jump in my DM on Instagram, man. Follow me on Instagram, NinaBoy_TV, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all got some good intel, good insight, man. Let's run it. Let's run this content, man. This content, man. The Nipsey Hussle sector is open. And y'all know how we do it, man. We go keep it 2 fingers and an evil thumb. Let's get it.